AEW Revolution, the beginning of AEW's pay-per-view year. We are here again. Usually the most anticipated show of the year, I would say, traditional AEW. Of course, now got All In, a stadium show to look forward to every year. But Revolution is generally where it all kicks off in AEW's calendar year. So we have it this weekend, and it's not just any old show. Sting, the icon, the legend, he is having his last ever professional wrestling match. He is retiring after this particular show. So we got to pay homage to Sting. We'll talk a bit about his match and our predictions, of course, in this predictions show. So don't go anywhere. Right, let's start with this one. FTR versus the Blackpool Combat Club, Jon Moxley and Claudio Castagnoli. I'm going with the BCC boys for the win. FTR right now, they just seem to be enjoying having matches again. FTR seem to have made their way off Collision and are mingling about in Dynamite again, which is great to see. It was weird when they were just on that island called Collision for a while. So yeah, this is going to be a really good match. They seem to be just keeping both of these teams bubbling on nicely. There's no like major direction for either of these teams, it seems, but you got to get great wrestlers on a great wrestling card. I think FTR are pretty much in their Danielson bag right now, like putting on great matches, don't mind losing, and that's why I think the BCC are going to win here. Next up, we've got Will Ospreay making his official AEW debut as an AEW roster member, going up against his fellow Don Callis family brother, Konosuke Takeshita. What I do know is that this match is gonna absolutely slap. Like, this is gonna be a fantastic match. Could steal it for, match of the night. Like, it's gonna be an absolutely great introduction. I say introduction. Will has been around in AEW for some time now. But yeah, this is the kind of level of match we need to be having from him, need to be getting from Takeshita. I want the Don Callis family over with, done with, like just put a complete nail in that thing. And I think Will Ospreay wins here. It's his debut match as a roster member. So, I can't really expect him to lose here. That would be a bit crazy. Could be a good story, but I think they'll go with the Will Ospreay win. We have an AEW 8-man special scramble or something like that, which I won't go through everyone that's in the match because ultimately they still need to announce a couple more names. However, I'm sure I saw like the guys that were going to do the Meat Madness match, someone was injured so they couldn't do it, but yet all of them are in this match. So I don't quite know what's gone on there. I'm going to go with Wardlow for the win. No, I don't know who else they're going to put in this match, but I'm going to go with Wardlow for the win because it seems that they are beginning to maybe warm him up for this AEW title that he's supposed to go after as part of his whole Undisputed Kingdom thing. I think that's what they're going with here. So I'll go with Wardlow for the win. AEW TNT title match, Christian Cage defending against Daniel Garcia. Listen, Christian Cage has been a fantastic TNT champion. It has petered out towards this last couple of months. I think maybe when Adam Copeland pinned him, was it at World's End? That should have been a bit definitive, and Adam Copeland should be champion right now. They found a way to get the belt back on Christian Cage. Cool, fine, but since then, it hasn't been as hot on the boil as it was. Daniel Garcia since then has been picking up momentum. Let's get this belt back on a young guy that's doing some great stuff, can put on some great matches, and let Adam Copeland and Christian Cage continue their feud without this title. The title's not really needed right now. So get this belt on Daniel Garcia. That's my prediction. Eddie Kingston versus Bryan Danielson for the Continental Crown. This match is going to be very good because the rest of them in their series has been very good. The title is on the line this time round. Danielson is still not showing Eddie Kingston the respect that Eddie Kingston is after. I don't think anything is going to change here. Danielson probably comes close, but I think Eddie Kingston's going to retain. I can't see Danielson picking up this title. I just don't know, even around the whole logistics of it all, of the whole Triple Crown, what happens if one man wins one of these titles. It's all a bit in the air. So to be safe, I'm going to go with Eddie Kingston retaining. AEW Women's World title is on the line. Toni Storm, timeless Toni Storm, is defending the title up against Deonna Purrazzo. I think it's obvious. Timeless Toni Storm to retain here. Deonna Purrazzo will be a really good competitor. They'll have a really good match. Both women are, you know, top draw in the ring. But I think Toni Storm takes the win here. I think we're waiting for, you know, a certain Miss Monet to make her appearance before we then have some type of jeopardy with that women's title and Toni Storm. So yeah, Toni Storm to retain here. The AEW International titles on the line. Orange Cassidy defending against Roderick Strong. I think this one's been written in the stars for a very, very long time. Roderick Strong probably becomes international champion right here. Orange Cassidy is in his second reign as the international champion. Second reign hasn't been as good as the first one, but it has picked up. It has become a lot more interesting in recent times where he's been defending the belt, still knowing Roderick Strong is going to wait for him at Revolution. So I think we're going to get a great match between the two. Orange Cassidy is going to go out on his sword as he tends to. But yeah, Roderick Strong, he's going to win the title. He's going to take one step closer to fulfilling that Undisputed Kingdom's prophecy. The AEW World Heavyweight title will be on the line with Adam Page going up against Swerve Strickland, going against the champion Samoa Joe. We had a very weird angle on Dynamite this past week where Adam Page, he played into all these rumors about him being injured, not being fully fit. He had a crutch that was helping him walk, but the minute all eyes were off him and Swerve and Samoa Joe were going at it on the mic, you know, Adam Page struck, hit Swerve with that crutch, beat him up with it. He looks like he's fine. He is going to be in this match, but I can't see him being in this match but for anything else apart from taking a pin or tapping out, whatever it's going to be. But who is going to win the match is the question. Now, I definitely did think before, you know, early into this year that this was the moment Swerve was going to be crowned. However, I don't think this match is going to main event for the sheer fact we have the whole Sting retirement thing on this card. So will they be happy? Will Swerve be happy? Do they want to kind of crown the next champion in a match that isn't the actual main event? I don't know. And for that sheer fact, I think I'm going to go with Samoa Joe retaining, getting the win over, you know, Hangman directly, pinning Hangman or making Hangman pass out or tap out or whatever the case may be. And then Swerve will then have a right to say, I want another opportunity at this. I wasn't the person that lost. And then we get Swerve versus Samoa Joe in a one-on-one match where I'm sure that is where Swerve will pick up the title. That's what I think is going to happen. And last but not least, the match that like this whole thing is built around, Sting and Darby Allin, the tag team champions, going up against the Young Bucks in what is Sting's final match. Yeah, I think we're going to get a Young Bucks win. And I don't know how many people really want a Sting win. Like, if he's retiring, let him go out as he's supposed to go out, on his back, being pinned. I mean, Darby could take the pin, but you know, I'm sure Sting won't mind doing the honors. He is a honorable man. He is a man of the industry. He knows what is best. He will do the honors if need be, and we'll have new AEW Tag Team Champions in the Young Bucks and this excellent EVP persona they are portraying currently. But Sting, he will go out, he will lose the final match, he will have a massive ovation in Greensboro to send him on his way. You know, it could be great scenes despite him losing. And yeah, I think that's what's gonna happen. I don't expect him to retain the title and then vacate it, although I get it if he done that as well. I wouldn't have an issue with it. I expect Young Bucks to get the job done and to put Sting and Darby away here and walk out as new AEW Tag Team Champions. At the time of recording, there is still Rampage, there is still Collision, and this is AEW. So they can still probably add 2, 3, 4 matches onto this card. But this is the main bulk of what we're getting. And you know what? This card looks great. I think we're going to see a lot of good wrestling. There's a lot to prove. I will just add, they have done a really good job this year round in kind of bridging the gap between the December pay-per-view World's End and AEW Revolution. We tend to complain in this period of AEW between January and late Feb or early March, whenever Revolution falls, that the product kind of falls off a hill a bit. Like, I feel like they can't deal with that span of time with no pay-per-view. It tends to be a long time. I mean, the time frame was shortened a bit this year because we had World's End. Usually before it's been Full Gear and us waiting from Full Gear all the way to Revolution. So kudos to AEW. They've done a great job in producing more or less really solid to great episodes of TV ever since World's End up till this point of Revolution, and I hope that continues. So yeah, these are my AEW Revolution predictions. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Let's talk about it, and of course we will have a review, whether it's on the channel or whether it's going to be on the podcast WrestleManiac UK show. We'll talk about what happened and all the fallout from AEW Revolution. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell as well. My name is Mex. I make videos on AEW and WWE. So if you enjoy that kind of stuff, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss another video. WrestleManiac UK signing out, and I'll see you soon.